All right, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Minetest gameplay of sorts. Yeah. And in this episode, we are out at the medieval world. So we are going to go to daylight and go. And we're going to get right into it. Yes, I just jumped off the third floor patio. Seemed to have more animals than I started with. Okay. So, real quickly, in the comments, oh, that's new. In the comment section, yeah, violence is fun from the UK. Cool. Got a lot of people from the UK. Yeah, he put in the link to the clip where Dale Gribble says, "I know what's wrong with your car. It's a Ford. Fix it again, Tony." And then let's see if I can do. I can't remember. That's got to be one of the most hated. I hate King of the Hill, and it just. I understand it. And there was a couple episodes that are really good, but it's one of the few cartoons that just make me physically ill because they're so stupid. I mean, Dale Gribble, and somebody said it's based on real life, people, that you will find people like that down in Texas and anywhere in the United States. But I can't take that program for more than 5 minutes before I just get sick. So, but yes, and there are a lot of other acronyms. Ford, found on road dead, first on race day, fixed over rebuilt Dodge. I replaced the fixed with the word that actually is used there. And then you have GMC, God's Mechanical Curse, Garage Man's Companion. Let's see, Mopar for Dodge products, Move Over, Park and Repair, My Old Pig Ain't Running. Pontiac, Poor Old Nimrod Thinking It's a Cadillac. Yeah, there's a lot of them which people come up with, and mechanics of such. So we're out at the medieval land, and what I have done is I'm trying to get. You see, I added these angled blocks, and it's just a test, but I think it looks much better as you walk down this grand corridor through the courtyard up to here. I kind of should have carried that up, but I like how that looks because it doesn't. That's the one thing that I didn't like about diagonal building is the the jaggedness of the blocks being diagonal. But then again, this is Minetest, so in this style of game, you're going to have that, as you'll see in a second. So we already looked at in the last episode we came up here, but I've been starting to put in some detail and some decorations. And these columns are from the castle mod. I do have Columna installed, but I like these, and we'll probably be switching between them. And it just so happens that it was perfectly spaced with my doorways, except for one, which I moved. So you come up here to the third level, and then. Yeah, this is the one I moved. It was actually over one. But what I've been working on is taking the center, and I'm going to create a chamber back here. Do some slalom, of course. And this is going to keep going. You can see how it's jagged like this. But if I go in, and this would be a perfect opportunity. See, I can make these can do that. I can't do that. Silly me. So how's everybody doing? It's a gorgeous day in Chicago. It's in the 40s. See, that gives it a whole different element. I like that. I think I might actually... It gives it a whole different look. Whether or not you agree with the look, because, you know, like, I mean, it's not stock. That is cool. I'm going to have to really think about that one, because I like the look. And it just gives it a whole new dynamic. So that's one thing. And then this lip around here. I'm going to do something for the center here. I'm not sure what I'm going to put more columns up just to give it that more regalness, because now that the interior is sort of planned out, you can't have these vastly open spaces. There's got to be some kind of realism, some kind of well, you can, but there's got to be some kind of detail that makes it fit in. So that's what I've been working on that. However, I started playing around. I made a backup copy of my world as usual, and I started playing around with the other side of the mountain, and guarding this place is going to be easier than I thought, because that river completely surrounds. This is like the river that goes around the front here. This keeps going and going, but what it also does is it curves around, as you can see here as I fly over, and it's completely open except for right here. That can be rectified, and it's long enough and deep enough and steep enough. Why are there palm trees in the snow? Okay. I'll give it that. Let's let this spawn in. Where are we at? We're right there. But you can see this whole area is isolated. Taking a few seconds to load in here. In the fog, it actually looks like a drone shot. I got to make another video like that. I had, that goes out to here. Cool. Out to here. Thank you. So that can be cut out, because that's obviously a point. That's cool how these trees grew on the edge there. Let that load in. Those are the poplar trees. We got a little land bridge here and here. Where am I? Okay, there's the observatory. So we come out over here. It's all open, but it wouldn't take much to open up and remove all the land bridges. And we come back right here where there's the observatory. So creating a secure kingdom is not going to be that hard. It's going to be a big kingdom. Now over here, this is the problem area. So over here we have the ocean, and I'm going to put a dock system in. And I'm thinking about taking my my pirate ship, but however, it's not that medieval, and docking it out here just to see how it looks. But this is what I've been working on. How's that? Now I don't know whether or not I'm going to remove this landmass here, and because it's going to be heavily fortified. I mean, we do have, if I remove it, or see, I don't know, or create the dock here and then just create like a small bridge. But this is going to be the entrance that all the people would see. The castle around the corner is the king's area. Hi, Mr. Sheep. So, and I put those blocks up here. It gives a whole different appearance. mixed in with the diagonal blocks. So over here, I played around with more rings. There's going to be a tower over here. We're going to build that real quick. That is cool. So I'm going with this. This is going to be too. I'm not sure if I'm going to make this. Look at that ceiling. And I did this with World Edit. I know it's cheating a little bit, but I'm going to try to make this ceiling. I might imitate or add like a marble or something in here. All the yellow wool you see here, this is my little makeshift scaffolding system to tell me where the center is of all my rings. So at any time, I can just take a section of ring here and then how much I want to go out to create my circle. So that's I'm not sure if I'm gonna, you know what, I am gonna put a floor in here. Because then this upper floor will get the benefit of the like the ceiling. I'll show that in a second. That's actually a cone. I didn't have to build that. That was built by World Edit, and it kind of nestled it in here. I'm going to beautify it a little bit, obviously. But that's how that works. There's going to be a tower on here because it's lower to the ground. And then we have this floor here, which, yeah, I'm gonna put a floor in here. So then there's going to be stairs that come up. This was all open, but it was too far open. And then over in here, this is where, like, there's going to be some small shops in here. I could put a blacksmith shop over here just to, there we go, just to make use of the area. Because then with the docks over here and a ship, and you'll have goods coming in. So this would be like the merchant area. And then I just got to figure out what I'm going to do for farming and such. For the common people. That's kind of a cool area here. Oh, that's another. Boy, I can do like castles all the way around this place. So that's a brief overview. Like I said, this comes in real handy. I've seen a lot of people do that. So this just tells me my center points, and it'll all be removed because I plan on putting stairwells in and stuff like that. There's going to be one stairway back here, which will lead up to the castle, or up into this portion of the castle in the back. And then my idea is I want to have two staircases that kind of curve around and then go up into these upper levels, and then just kind of keep following that up. So that should be cool. Get a brief overview here. But yeah, so I'm liking that. And to think now, the other problem is, and this area over here, checking to see this area over here, I have to put, now the other tower tops are not going to work on here. So these I have to dig back into my tutorials, because you take the center point, and on each center point of the wall, you come up. So whatever block that you're going to use, you come up, and then you kind of build this kind of skeleton. And then you're going to do something like this until it meets in the middle. And you're going to have all four sides the same. And then what you do is you take your material and you go on the inside. And then you keep building up on that. And you create the towers like over in my medieval castle on the other world. So that's what... It also has to be like these were too small for it, even though I could have pulled that off. I like those, and I like the color, the contrast in the color. So I have a lot of work to do on that, and then that's going to be beautified. There's going to be some vegetation thrown in there, but it's going to be natural. It's all built into the mountainside, so it uses the mountainside for its part of its beauty, like that. These were all spawned in by the world. So I'm trying to what I like to do is I try to incorporate everything that was put in by the world. I try to use all that instead of changing vast amounts of it. Unfortunately, here, all the sand is going to go away. This is all going to be dirt with grass. Because, yeah. So that I will change. But where the dock is going to be, that's all going to be sand. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to do my cylinder. And I'm going to give it one. This is my base. I want to see what 5 looks like. 5 and 5, cobblestone, solid. Cool. Is that going to be enough, or does that look... that looks goofy. Let's see if I can salvage this, because it can always be taken out. How would they do this? Or should I make it? Let's go like this. So cobblestone. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna make this too high, but we're gonna go 4 and 4 and see what. That might actually look better. Because it can't look unrealistic. And actually, this bottom part will go to 1. So what I wanted to do, this is kind of a weird. It's kind of weird. But let's see if I can pull off the look that I'm looking for. So it's got to be suspended. Get rid of these. We're going to throw some bricks in here. When I get done with trying to make the base look presentable here. Because it's got to be real to the effect of could something like this hold? So we'll just beef that up a little bit. It's not bad. There's going to be a bridge off the back here. And I don't know how that is going to look. So, okay, we have this. And go back to here. Now, how tall? We want to make this 10 high. So we still have that in there. I know, you know what? I know this is cheating, but you know what? Oh well. Oh, what did I just do? I didn't do anything because I didn't adjust the length. We're going to give it 10. Do we want 10? No, we're going to give it 8 because I want to do something really cool. So, hollow cylinder 8. Step back. And now up here, and I love using this yellow wool as a kind of a scaffolding system. because this one is going to, so this go here. Now we're gonna get a little creative with it. And the reason why I use this is because I am so bad at doing circles. So now we went out one. Actually, I need to go one higher. Cool. So this will be where the guards and such will be, because it's going to give, and then there's going to be another tower on top of that. Not a roof on top of that. I think that kind of, oh, cool. Because I've seen recreations of, why does it look like it? There we go. I've seen recreations of like the towers and the castles from Lord of the Rings, especially the One Kingdom, and I don't know how they pull that off. That is some intense building. I mean, I'm having problems just keeping all this synchronized and centered. Even though the back is not centered, which that doesn't bother me, but everything else has to be centered and symmetrical. So this has promise. And what'll happen is if I end up not liking it, it will just be completely erased. And I have no problem erasing this entire little mountain here, because that's one of the, what do you call it? It's just, it's not necessary. It's kind of like those little hills. It's just in the way. So it's just another added armament or defense point for this area over here. But it's lower because you're not going to expect guards all the way up there to fire arrows all the way down to there. And plus it came with the world. Now this is actually going to be, hi Mr. Shark. This is actually going to be a little like a water feature, because a lot of this is going to be brick. And if I play it right, I might be able to use this to my advantage. So there are going to be some shops down here and stuff like that, like I said. And those are actually those are going to be actually harder to put in than everything else. Because then I want to stay true to the idea of medieval. Okay, this looks cool. I might actually extend this to 3 and then use some stairs. That'll look cool too. And then get rid of all my blocks here, so they have a perfect view of everything going on. That'll work. And the dock system, I actually seen somebody else do this. The dock system, it's not going to be like a single dock coming out. There's going to be like this area here. The dock is actually going to curve and follow the shoreline to a certain degree. And then there might be an area coming out. So we got a pretty cool area here. What is over here? Just different. That's looking mighty cool. With the exception of there's an area here. This is all going to be filled in. because this is just not needed. And yeah, I got the gate system over here, the fortified entrance. But like I said, this is the king's area. And these are where the upper echelon, you know, the big generals and the army, all the high up in the army is. And this area is going to be for the common folk, but it still has to be protected. So that'll work. I could actually create a land bridge over this and still retain the river underneath. I don't know. I'm going to have to play with that. The cool thing is that anything that I do, and then under here is going to be, let's finish beautifying this before we call it a day. Where's my cobblestone stairs? Huh. Cobblestone. Oh, come on. I wanted some cobblestone stairs. And such. They're not in there. Okay. We'll just make our own then. So we need one of these. I'm going to have to make some more cobblestone. Because the idea is to beautify this and make it look really cool. Over here I'm going to have that. So there's going to be, okay, I want that. It's going to be a lip around, oh wait, did I do? All right. I'm going to have to fill that in. No, these end ones don't get, they're going to get an outer corner block. So it's looking different already. So these stone, oh, cool, perfect. So I can take this one. I need one of these. So they're going to get like that. Cool. That will work. But these are never fun to lay down. And then the inside ones, I'm just going to place them and then go back. I know if you do it a special way, they all kind of connect. What am I doing wrong here? I don't know. So if I go on an angle here, then it works. I will play with that. Those are going to be there, and then there's an inner block that I need. So we got that. Compressed cobblestone. I don't know. If you don't have enough of the block, just go out and grab it. There's an inner cobblestone slope. There it is. These are going to go inside here to create the, that's the only thing I wish we had over Minecraft is when they have these stairs that, there we go. And then I'm going to have to play with that because I did something wrong with my, oh, darn it. I needed that too. There we go. I got it. Look at that. So look at how much better that looks with that kind of, you know, it goes from one size to another size down, and it actually, you see how those are off a little bit? This will bring it in. I've done that on all my other towers. I'm going to do it on these two. So that's going to be for that. Come down here. And that's going to do it for this episode. Now, there's an awful lot of gray. I really need to add some contrast in, so you could actually see it. And I'm working on that. There's going to be, I started laying in different the stone blocks and such like that. You know, you come over here and you can see, I love the way that looks. I do not want to do anything to the outside here, other than there's going to be, like, I'm going to put decorations around here, like all the way up. It's going to be a outline of stone block and such to give that off. But the difference between the stone bricks and the different variations of stone really set this place off, especially up here. You know, you got the standard brick, and then you got the stone brick and the stone block, and just by doing that, you can pull off the same. You know, it's the same color, but you don't get all that. You don't. Everything doesn't get lost. There's enough detail and such. And then inside here, I'm going to cut these back in a little bit, and I can do something real creative. Like, just for an example, I can put where's my blocks? I had stone stairs, or cobblestone. There they are. So you can come in here and you can really make some elaborate designs and such. And then I can always, like, continue this on and put some slabs here and slabs here, and then take this out in the back and go back. You see, the luxury of building into the side of a mountain is great, because you can do anything that you want. So I didn't mean to hit that key. So you can see right off the bat, I think I have to go one more up, and there's going to be a slab here. So I can do this. Take this one more up, and then you here, you there. Much better. And then take a cobblestone slab. I got to have a cobblestone slab. I can also change it. Whatever. Oh, come on. Go in there. Give me a cobblestone slab. Now I'm gonna have to really play with that, because that's such a vast area that, yeah, it needs something more. So even if I do this, now if I can take a stone block, but you get the idea. I'm gonna have to really play with that, because I like the idea of having these white inserts back here on these other walls, and they're still not going to affect this grand hallway. And then, except I don't like these kind of mesh. So let's see if I take. Let us try this. So we come in here, and we're going to do this before we leave. Oh, now it's getting pretty. Okay. Look at that. That is cool too. If it was one block, if it was one block wider, I could have put like a block in the center here. That's pretty cool. So I'm gonna have to play with that because I'm gonna wring some really cool detail out of that. But that's gonna, yeah, it's off a little bit. I'm gonna have to really play with the design. And I limited, now this one is larger than this one. This one has a 3 gap, this one has a 4 gap because of this area down here. This has a 3, a 4, and a 3. The one on the bottom floor, so if you come up and you look at it, I like that. I think the problem that I'm having is right here. So if I were to go in, and I know I have a there it is. I know I have a slab here. So if I come in and do that and that, that is cool. Actually, I like that. I'm going to duplicate that, and we're going to see how that looks for the next episode. Up here is also going to be some, I'm going to put some like leaves and stuff, some vines, to give it, just to see how I can pull that off. So that's going to do it. I want to thank you for watching, and I'm going to duplicate these off camera and do some more with this area back here, and it's all going to tie together because there's going to be a secure entrance from this level where this door is through here into this part of the kingdom. All right, and then I'm going to finish off these towers, and there's going to be a tower bridge that goes alongside this column into the side of the mountain here. And we'll see how that looks. So far, everything I've done, it hasn't been planned out. Obviously, this is all, it sort of looks mishmashed, but it all fits together. And go from there. So thank you very much for joining, and come back home here and go from there. All right. So until the next video, everybody have a warm, safe, dry week, and goodbye.